Hey everyone, how's everyone doing out there in Metaland, YouTube land? Hope everybody's having a good day. This is the SC Kicker in the KO Ninja with the Hyde Park Ninjas, and we are welcoming you guys to the live stream tonight. As you guys saw probably in the thumbnail, we're going to be talking a little bit about the monster fight that everybody's been talking about all over the place. I know my phone's been off the hook all day with messages and texts asking my opinion on it. And we've got two big people in the meta space. We've got Elon Musk versus Facebook's Zuckerberg. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. But I'm going to kick it over to KO. We're going to go over some community updates here, and then we'll get right into it. How you doing tonight?
Hey, doing good. Running right on time. We had jiu-jitsu going on tonight. And that went over just a little bit, so ran in here right on time. But yeah, it was a good day. Not too crazy. How was it over there?
Busy. We had a huge day today. It was slammed, and we had jiu-jitsu right before we finished up with the kids and then the adults as well. So we ran over a little bit. Jiu-jitsu always seems to run over a little bit, rolling and having fun. But it was great. Great way to get energized before a live stream.
Yeah, that jiu-jitsu time is different.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hyde Park, LA. We were looking at okay, so we were at 498 completed builds, which is awesome. Um, I'm pretty sure when me and SC Kicker, I think when we started building up Hyde Park, I'm almost positive it was less than 100 completed structures. Would you agree?
Yeah.
So coming up on 500, that's pretty awesome. Robzilla in the house. What's going on, Robzilla? Thanks for joining us. Um, so yeah, our Spark in Hyde Park is like absolutely killing it. So we are doing a great job building. The minting, on the other hand, a little slower, but Upland has been just pumping out stuff like crazy. So people have been spending their UPIX in other areas. Still at 73% minted out. 2,265 properties to go. So still got nice slow and steady progress, but we still got a ways to go. Um, so I guess real quick before we get going, because we had the Vegas contest, we were supposed to get to 75% minted out and 500 build, well actually 400 builds, so we actually accomplished half of the goal. So I still want to give away some UPIX and some stuff. So when we hit 500 builds and 75% minted out, I will be handing out some UPIX to everybody that participated and posted in the Vegas channel on our Discord. So anyway, just everybody keep minting, even if it's one here, one there. Just keep minting, and we'll eventually get that place minted out.
Yeah. I saw that they just released cars today too.
Oh, I know, I
Did you
know.
get registered yet?
I did, I did. I might, if I get the 4R, is there a 4R I think for sale?
I believe so.
Um, so I'd kind of like the 4R. So hopefully we'll see. We'll see if that
Actually, I'll
happens.
probably go after a 4R2 because I think that's the one vehicle I don't have other than the TR, which I really want, and the semi, but there's no semis up this time.
Yeah, I've got the 4E and I've got the 2R. I don't have the 4R, so I'm
That
pretty
2R is
sure
a sweet vehicle. I've got one of those. That thing's just as quick as the S's and the SEs almost.
the 2R has done really. It's won some races for me for sure. But that is your Hyde Park update. That's where we're sitting.
Yeah, and I think
Uh,
we've had a lot of other stuff going on this week too, right? We've got the Metaventure. So Dizzy Diskey, who, if you guys don't know him, he's like one of the top 5 players in Upland, I believe. He's got a net worth of over 500 million, which is approximately 500,000 US dollars. So nothing to sneeze at for sure. But he's got his Metaventure opened, and it is the Hyde Park Explorers on Hyde Park Boulevard. So definitely get in there and check that out. And then we've also got a second Metaventure, which was by Bitcoin. And that one is up on, I believe it's Crenshaw Boulevard in Hyde Park. And that is a FIFA Legits. So if you've got FIFA Legits or Explorers you're looking to get rid of or sell, or if you're looking to buy some, definitely head over, check those out in Hyde Park, and give them the business. So but we're really excited to see that, and I think I looked like we jumped up quite a bit in the neighborhood stats too. Do you have those numbers off the top?
yeah. So well, when the neighborhood ratings first came out, we started at like 317, and then now we have jumped all the way up. When these two meta ventures got approved, we jumped up to 153. Uh, so yeah, we're crushing it there too. Nice, slow and steady, moving up the rankings. Um, I was just looking at the Hyde Park Explorers shop. Um, the inventory is pretty cool. There's some good ones in there, and actually some good prices. Looks like some super reasonable and floor prices on some block explorers. So that looks really good. And then the football for you. Um, I mean, you got some in here for like 500 UPX. So if you need just some burner legits, looks like you got some good ones there. Also, but then he's got like 1 of 15 warm up ball, 105,000 UPX. Looks like there's some high value stuff in there too. So a good mix of stuff in the shops.
Oh, that's great. So that's just another option in Hyde Park. So it's good to see the community really growing, and everything has been slow and steady. I know it did slow down a little bit with Genesis Week, but we're really excited. Um, we hope over the next week or two, hopefully on one of the next live streams that we do, we'll have a little bit more information on the game. I know the devs are working really, really hard on inputting all of the motion capture information that we put together through all the movements, and they're starting to attach those to the avatars to get more movements, and then possibly like a little demo obstacle course as well. So I know Slav and Sammy and the team, I believe we got Land for Land is helping work on that. And I think there's one other person is Moon Unit. So I know they've been working really hard on these projects. So we're looking forward to being able to put more of that out. Hopefully we'll have some of that over the next week or two here. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. But so I guess let's take a look at Zuckerberg versus Musk. So who does everybody think it's going to be? What are your guys' votes in the chat? Let us know who you think's going to win. This is going to be an interesting matchup. I think you've got two different age brackets for one, which is interesting. I'm not positive, but I want to say Elon Musk is probably about 51, 52. I think he's relatively close to my age, and I think I want
Zuck
to
is like
say that
38 or
Zuckerberg's
39.
like 39. So this would almost be like me fighting against you with those age brackets. It would be a disaster. But I don't, they're both skilled in martial arts. I know Zuckerberg, in the recent news, I know we talked about this on a previous live stream. He's done some jiu-jitsu matches recently, and I believe he's dabbling a little bit in some MMA, but not positive from what I've seen. And then if you look at Musk, I don't know if he's currently training or when he's fought or done anything last, but I know he started off in judo, so he's got a judo background. He's got I think it's a Kyokyo karate, so a Japanese-based karate, and then he's also trained in Taekwondo. He's got a Taekwondo base when he was younger, and then he also has trained a little bit of jiu-jitsu, I believe, more recently. So that could be an interesting matchup, maybe. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know when he's trained last. Do you know much more about it than I do?
So what that was? So that was Zuck's background.
That was Musk's background, actually.
Elon Musk background.
Yeah. So I
Really?
didn't realize
So
he had studied all that different stuff. So he started with judo, was into a Japanese karate, definitely did some taekwondo when he was younger, and then he's dabbled a little bit with jiu-jitsu, it sounded like.
interesting. So I just know like Zuckerberg's recent jiu-jitsu endeavors. I think he's been training for a little while actually. Um, just did a tournament. I did not know about Elon's background. So now the other factor here is Zuckerberg just doing that fitness challenge. Um, oh man, is it the? I don't want to misspeak. Was it the Murph or
Oh, I did hear something
um?
about that. It may have been the Murph.
And he like, I mean his time for it was like top caliber. I mean it was like
Really?
pretty crazy. Um, so you've got a little bit of age. You've got, in my opinion, fitness. Rob Zilla says Musk is slightly scarier. um, Escal says he wants to see Zuck cry when he loses. Lucid wants Zuckerberg for the win. Um, man, I think at the moment, right now in time, I think Zuck takes the win. Just with age, youth, and his recent jiu-jitsu experience. I don't know what Elon Musk has done recently. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, that'd be interesting for sure. I don't
It
know. I think I'm in the same boat as you. Is if the fight was to happen like next week, I think it's got to go to Zuckerberg just because I feel like he's been training more. Um, I don't know when the fight is going to be slated for. I know that Dana White had, I guess, reached out to each of them, and they definitely want to do this. So it'd be interesting to see if it does happen.
that's that's crazy. What is the actual percentage chance that you give for this happening?
I, I'm like a 50-50. I don't know if it ever happened or, is it publicity or
I I I personally think it's like a 3% chance of happening. I mean,
okay.
I can't. I don't know how it would be great for either of them. Do I want it to happen? Yes, that would
I
be
would love to
amazing.
see it. I mean,
Yeah, that would be absolutely amazing. So now I think if Musk gets like a top position, I think with maybe some weight advantage, that could work. But other than that, I think Zuckerberg's
I
gonna
think
take the
Musk needs
W.
a Hyde Park Ninja game plan.
So, ooh, maybe we could give him some private lessons.
Yeah.
Uh, so Elon Musk, if this goes down, we do this for a living, so we'll uh we'll give you a good deal.
Yeah. There you go. You heard it
That's
here on the
pretty
Hyde
funny.
Park Ninjas cast.
Oh man, that's no, I hope it happens. That would be like amazingly entertaining.
It would definitely draw a lot of attention.
Yeah,
And I think there was some speculation that it would happen in Vegas. So that could be a reunion Upland trip.
it's a quick flight over, so could make it over.
Yeah, that would be interesting. What does everybody else think in the chat? Do you think this will happen or what do you think the percentages are here? And does anybody know, any further, like any other further information on either of these guys training? They obviously both have like limited amounts of money and resources to train or do whatever they want. So
While they're typing in the chat there, what else we got cooking? We have our UFC pick'ems this weekend.
we do. The UFC pick'ems are out. I believe the fights start a little bit earlier. Let me see if I have those here. Actually,
I think you're right, like 3
I
or
feel like the
4
fights start
Eastern
at like
time.
11:30 this week,
Oh
and it's
wow,
a
okay.
fairly decent sized card. I want to say there was like 18 fights. There was a couple that got knocked out. I think we're down to 14, maybe 13 or 14 fights on the list. So it's a fairly decent sized card. I got to take a better look at it, closer look at it tonight, actually. And I have to get my picks in too, actually, because I'll be teaching at that time. It starts so
Yeah,
early, so we'll still be
I
going.
definitely need to get mine in tonight, and yeah, 11:30 Eastern time. So where's it being
Wow,
held? Do you know?
that's a good question. I'm not sure.
It's got to be overseas, I guess.
So the last time it was held at that particular time frame is actually here in Charlotte, North Carolina. They started at
Really?
11:30. I couldn't believe it. Typically, it would be in another country to start that early, but yeah, it was 11:30. It started here because I remember we had a jiu-jitsu seminar and an open mat and stuff, and the fights had started before that was even over. It was crazy, and I believe that was fight night as well.
Huh.
So yeah, that'll
Okay.
definitely be an early card. So
All right. So
yeah,
get your
so I
picks
think what
in.
else have we got cooking within the hood? I know we've got the Hyde Park Ninjava. So the coffee's going great. I know we've gotten a ton of samples out in Vegas, and thank you to everybody for the feedback on the coffee. I got a lot of private messages with pictures of the people drinking the coffee at their desks at work and stuff, and with the Ninjava in the background. So that was really cool. I know next week I actually go up to meet with the roasters right there outside of Niagara Falls in Buffalo. So we're looking forward to meeting with them and starting to get the ball rolling. And before we know it, we'll have the NFTs out available. So it's going to be really exciting to get that rolling out.
Yeah, absolutely. Super exciting. Got quite a quite a few samples out as well. Excuse me. Um, and that been getting some really good feedback. So
Escal, I just saw that question. If we could talk about the track, I'm assuming you're talking about the racetrack in Hyde Park. So we have actually got to resubmit whatever I did with the Geo Johns or Geo Sans, whatever the measurements are. Something didn't go through, so we've got to redo it. But just a little information about the track. The track is going to be called the Copper Cobra. So for anybody that's been following our gameplay and stuff, one of the characters, one of the bad guys in the game is called the Copper Cobra. So that is the name of the track. So that's about all the information we have right now. Nothing is in stone until we get the approval back from Upland. I know we put the original track through and it took a long time before we heard back, and then we've got to redo it. So hopefully we'll be able to get that in over the next week. It'll probably be right after 4th of July, to be honest, with everything we've got going on. But we look forward to having that track, and it's going to be really exciting. We actually got some help from DAC from the URL to help us put that together. So it's going to look really cool. It's got a little like snake hook shape to it. So it's going to be really good. I know for sure it's going to run down Hyde Park Boulevard over in that way. And I think is that Southwest over there. I don't have the track right in front of me, but I believe that's where it is. And then a couple other streets. So we'll try to get some information out there and we can put out in the Discord. We can put out like a layout of where it's projected to go. And then hopefully that comes through. That'd be great. We are also looking for later on down the road to do a drag strip, and that would be down in Hyde Park on West Florence. So, in talking to some people that actually have been around that neighborhood and grown up there years back, there used to be a drag strip on West Florence. So, that's something that we're looking to bring back for the history of that area. So, we're still doing research on that, but we have talked to a couple people, and that sounds like that's where that one is going to go down the road. But first things first, we're going to get that regular track going first, and then we can put another track in there. And who knows, maybe it'll be a go kart track, you know? So we'll see where it takes us. I know with the go karts coming out at Genesis Week, I haven't even raced mine yet. Have you guys raced your go karts yet?
I haven't raced mine yet, and I actually don't even know where to race it.
Yeah, I know. I think you could enter them into the regular races. I was on the Light It Up Dan show the other day for Upland, and he does that live Twitch stream, and they'll do some racing. And I feel like somebody put a go kart in the race, but it putted along really slow compared to the other cars, so it's not even a matchup. So I think that is strictly to race against other go karts.
Gotcha. Um, yeah, super pumped to have one. I haven't been able to mess with it yet. Um,
Yeah, but great question there. Thanks for that question. We'll definitely get something in Discord, and I can put out like a template of where we're looking to have the track, and it should be relatively close, I would think.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure SCal, I think it went up like Southwest and Hyde Park Boulevard. I know it used Van Ness, South Van Ness, going up that a little bit, and then I can't remember if it was Arlington or Second Ave, but it was yeah, kind of shaped like the Cobra, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, Escal's from that area too, so we'll definitely reach out.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I think at Genesis Week we met a few people that were from Gramercy, and then I think they had relatives or family that lived in Hyde Park. And then we actually met, was it Crypto Dragon and maybe another guy that they lived in Hyde Park, somewhere in that area, because I know they were trying to get the actual properties that they lived in the metaverse, and I think they were already taken somewhere over there off of Crenshaw. So, and I think Crenshaw is it Crenshaw and Slauson is a pretty famous intersection. I think that's where the Nipsey Tuck was. I don't know the exact history, but that there was some pretty cool history that went on there. So I know they're trying to revitalize and do some different things with that area. But it sounds like we need to reach out to Escal and have some good information on that for us.
Nice, awesome. Um,
And I think I know we mentioned about the Hyde Park Explorer Shop, so we are looking to have Dizzy Diskey on. We were hoping to do it tonight, but with everybody getting caught up from being away at Vegas with real life stuff, it was a little bit tight on the schedule. So we hope maybe over the next couple of weeks to be able to get him on here. And then I think we may have a special 4th of July stream coming up. So we'll give more details on that with a collaboration we have going.
yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks, SCal, for the input. Very cool. Um, okay, racetrack. Uh, Ninjava.
God, we don't have too much going on, do we?
Um, the Hyde Park Ninjas game. Super excited about. Um, anything else we got cooking right now?
I don't. I think that's about it. And you know, just thinking about this, I know we may have people tuning into this tonight that are not from Upland. So, Upland, I know you've heard that name thrown out. Upland is basically a metaverse where you can buy and sell virtual real estate, and you can earn interest on the properties that you own, around 14% in UPIX, which is the game currency. So if you guys are interested in something like that, definitely check out the links. We'll put those in the description here, and you guys can check out that and even get a discount for some bonus UPIX to play the game. So it's been a lot of fun. I know we've been involved for, what has it been now? About a year and a half? I think about a year and a half. So
It's been a year and a half, almost exactly, just barely over. Yeah, about 18 months. And I heard it was the Upland Guide. He was interviewing Shackland a few days ago. And he was like, "Why did you start Upland?" And one of the reasons Shack started was for the dividends and the earnings. And you know, I was pretty similar in that, and where man, that was really cool to earn the dividends off the properties and stuff like that. So, but and then he asked, has that evolved? And it 1,000% has evolved. To it's like I came to Upland for the dividends, but I stayed for the community. That I think just SC Kicker and I would just both, grateful for everyone following our project. It's taken a little bit longer than normal, like probably like most projects, but we're super dedicated, working hard. We have a long-term vision for it, and just really appreciate everybody tuning in, giving us a like, giving us a follows, being active in Discord. We love to see that. We like, you know, and can't wait to bring cool stuff for you guys. So um, that's just really looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think that's the same for me really. I got into it for the dividends, and it's done really well, from where we started to what our portfolios are worth now. It's been amazing. And the way that Upland has it set is really smart. The dividends over time will go down, which is the way it should be. And but at the same time, they're building the utility for other adventures, and from for people that are entrepreneurial, you want to get out there and build something. There's going to be a lot of opportunity out there for sure to take advantage. And I feel like we've looked at a bunch of different metaverse projects. I know Decentraland and Sandbox out there, and I know originally we looked at buying some property out there, if I remember back, and man, it was expensive. I think the one plot of land that we were looking at was 10,000 US dollars, to split that, and you really didn't get a whole lot for it. And I just see what we get with Upland is so much more, and it's also tied to the the real map, the real map of the world. So if you're in a city like Hyde Park, or if you're in a city like Dallas, you're going to see exactly what Google Earth sees, and you can actually view those properties, the streets, and everything. So it makes sense. It's familiar to people, whether it's in the U.S. or a different country, and there's just a lot of utility coming with it too. So I just like the way it was set up better. It's more affordable to get into, to because this is a new, the metaverse is so new. This is like the beginning of it. So there's a lot of speculation still. So for me, it made sense, and I've been really happy with where it's went. And just like you said, it's the community. The community has been amazing, and I think everybody that we talked to at Genesis Week has kind of said the same thing. It's the community for sure. And I was listening to the Upland property experts last night. They had the live stream, and they had the X guys on with the X game, and the stuff that they're doing was really cool. I know we got to meet them in Vegas, and just a really great group of guys. They got a fantastic game with the VR sets. And that was one of the things that they commented too. I remember meeting them. I think we were down at the Starbucks at the hotel, and we were sitting with TML and Too Stupid to Win, and those guys were there drinking coffee, and we got to meet them for the first time, and it was just real people getting together, and it was such a nice knit group, right off the bat. So, but those guys had commented last night that they've been to a lot of different like crypto type events all over the place, and they said that they were, going to the Upland one a couple of weeks ago. That was the best community that they've seen. So that was really cool. That speaks big words.
Yeah, and look, I'm an Upland fan. I love Upland, and I know there's issues, and I know there's things to work out, and I know there's things to improve. Um, but I also look at it as like, so will our game. Like our game is going to come out and closed beta. There's going to be issues. There's going to be bugs, and if we get the right people there, helping us work those things out and staying positive, which is what we want to do with Upland, and because staying positive helps everybody, and it helps our investments and helps our dividends and helps so the more that we um yeah, there's issues, and be happy to talk about those too sometime, but you know um just I guess driving negativity to the game and stuff like that, it's just it's going to drive people away or wanting them to get out, and it's going to hurt our value of the properties and stuff. So just really encourage everybody to stay positive, and bring up issues in a positive manner with that's constructive. um, and ask the same thing for Hyde Park Ninjas when it rolls out. Just we're open to criticism, and just in a positive and a constructive way. So
Yeah, our goal is to make the best product out there. I played a lot of games. I know you weren't big into gaming, but I played some of the games like D&D when I started that when I was really young. I was at like a after school class, and D&D was one of the options. I was like, oh, that sounds cool. There were dragons and dungeons. I was like, it looks good. So I got into playing D&D pretty young, and then ended up playing Magic when that came out. And these are games that have been around for years, decades,
Yeah.
and that's what we want for this project. So we're trying to do it right from the beginning to build it so that it'll be here for forever. So generations down the road, people will still be playing this game and having fun. And then it's a great way to tie martial arts, into the Web3 space and bring more awareness to martial arts. And that's kind of what our goal was, starting out, was to bring awareness to the martial arts. And I know personally how much martial arts has helped me with confidence. As a young kid, I was bullied in middle school really bad. I was a kind of the new kid in town and got bullied really bad. And martial arts helped me out of that. It helped me to build my confidence. And the great thing about it is it didn't teach me to beat people up. It just it taught me more to hold my head high and be able to walk away from things sometimes too. And then if you have to defend yourself, you do that as well. But it was the right way to be taught martial arts and self defense. So
Yeah. Yeah. Totally agree. Geez, we could probably go on with that stuff for like hours.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's been
Uh,
great to experience it. Um, as an individual, and that was probably the biggest reason I switched careers. I was in corporate America. I worked in the grocery industry for years in management, and so much politics, and the industry has just changed so much. And I've always done martial arts my whole life, and I taught part time on the side of what I did. And one of the biggest reasons that I made the change is because I saw the impact that I was having on children's lives and students' lives. And for me, there was no better feeling. I gave up a lot of money in the current job that I did have, and it worked out for the greatest. It really did. So it's so fulfilling.
yeah, 100% agree. That's awesome.
So it's everybody thinks, or they talk about like martial arts being a sport. And it really, I don't put it as a classification of a sport. It's more of a lifestyle. It's the way you do everything. Like you were saying before, there's a lot of people that get out there and they're negative, but trying to put a positive spin on everything. It just helps everybody to move forward in a positive way. And I think that's so important. There's so much negative stuff out there in the world. It doesn't need to be there, just,
Yeah, and it's not avoiding the issues. We gotta address the issues and the negative stuff. Or not, but just doing that in a positive, in a constructive way, I think is it's one thing martial arts has helped me too, and being a teacher and instructor. So
yeah, it's definitely fulfilling. So I've enjoyed it my whole life. Get to meet all the cool. I would have never met you. I would have never met your mom. So it's really cool to have all those relationships that all came from martial arts.
yeah, friendships all over the world. It's crazy.
So that's what we want for Hyde Park. The community that kicks together sticks together. So let's all make it happen together.
Yeah, we want
So
to build this thing, man. We want to see you guys come along for the ride, and it's gonna be fun.
yeah, and if anybody has like things they'd like to see in the game, or if you have more questions about the game, you guys hit us up in Discord anytime. We're very open to talking about that, and any information we do have, we're more than happy to put it out there. With all the work we've been doing with the motion capture and everything else, there's a lot more work that goes into it than we originally thought. So we're conquering those obstacles every day. And I know myself, I'm not the most techie guy, so thank God we've had like TML and some of the team to help us out there, or else who knows where he'd be. But yeah, so we're just really excited about the whole project. And like I said, if you guys have questions or anything, or even if you have like ideas, throw them out there. There's no bad idea. The only the only bad idea is the one that you keep in your head and you never let out. So, but I
Yep.
think that's about it for tonight from the Hyde Park side. If you are on the stream tonight live, thank you for coming out and supporting us. If you're looking at this a little bit later, definitely leave in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to win that big match if it happens. Is it going to be Elon Musk, or is it going to be Zuckerberg? And also, why? Why do you think of that? So, but it's going to be interesting. I hope it happens. I think it'd be really cool.
Would be super cool. Yeah, thanks everybody. Robzilla, Escal, Lucid. My mom was on the stream. Thanks, mom.
Yeah, Master
Uh,
Mom.
no, thanks everybody for coming out. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for kicking it with the ninjas. And you guys have a awesome weekend.
All right. Have a good weekend, everybody.